I'm going to have to be really quick. This is really important, and I usually am not used to speaking in 2 minutes. William Moffat, 121 Heath Street. So as we all know from the really scandalous Edward Janeo case, last year the Office of Child Advocacy released their report studying the last 10 years of the Hartford public school system, and it was an atrocious amount of abuse, mainly among special education kids, special need kids. So many teachers looking the other way, so many people on higher levels enabling it. So because of this, we did see a good purge. Jill Cutler-Hodgman, the HR person who enabled Janeo, she was forced out. Good job, Leslie. The previous superintendent, Beth, she left. But unfortunately, there was one man who is in there right now who has received no attention. I am talking about Jonathan Swan, the current chief of secondary education. He is one of the highest paid people. He gets almost $200,000 a year. Before he started working in our public school system, he worked for a Massachusetts school. I'll pass the details, you can Google it. He worked for this school, and there was a 13-year-old student who was allowed to be sexually assaulted, even though there was a history between her and another student. And they were, even after that happened, first and it was reported, they were kept in the same classroom the next year in gym class. They were left unsupervised, and he took her into the patio, and he sexually assaulted her. And Jonathan Swan was the principal of the school at the time. He was charged in a federal investigation, federal judge. And he is allowed, because his friend told him about the high-paid position, he escaped from there, got into our public school system, and he continued to enable Janeo. He not just knew about Janeo's case in 2007, he also knew about Janeo's sexual text that he sent in 2016. And before the story leaked, Janeo and Hodgman collaborated, and they were not going to fire Janeo. They were going to try to transfer him or offer him to resign. And also Jonathan Swan apparently had sexual relations with a co-worker in the HR department in the Main Street office as well. All of this is known, all of this was discussed, but no one is doing anything about it. And as the guardians of this city, this building needs to clean up the garbage, not just the garbage that kid was talking about, but the people that we continue to allow to do this. And as a quick addendum, the Dillon Stadium deal is a complete bamboozle, and we would not be talking about it if it weren't for the Mandels family's connections. And trust me, we can't afford it, especially with, I think, the increased pending lawsuits against the Hartford public school system for the travesties they've enabled.
Michael Cohen.